patch of turbulence? What about an invisible trap, where the air suddenly stops supporting the aircraft and it begins to fall? Today we'll climb to 40,000 feet, where the laws of nature start to work against humans. You'll see how the aircraft's fuselage creaks and expands under pressure. You'll understand why the cockpit systems can shut down and leave the pilots in complete darkness. And in the end, you'll learn about the dangerous reason why each of you would have only 15 seconds to survive. Are you ready to discover a hidden threat where the sky no longer forgives mistakes? We begin our investigation. Imagine you're sitting in a comfortable seat looking out the airplane window. For you, this flight feels routine. But at this very moment, outside the aircraft, forces are at work that define the line between flight and a fall. How do you keep a 200-ton aircraft in the sky when there's almost no air beneath the wings? At an altitude of 40,000 feet, which equals 12,000 meters, this question stops being theoretical. It becomes a matter of survival in real time. One extra movement of the control yoke, and the aircraft instantly shifts into an uncontrolled descent. Many people think the atmosphere is the same everywhere, but that's a dangerous misconception. At this altitude, its density drops by 4 times. The pressure outside is only 20% of normal. Imagine the wings losing their physical support. They no longer rest on the air. They literally slide through it, like on thin ice. The tension in the cockpit rises with every second. Digital instruments register a sharp drop in lift. What will the pilot do when they feel the aircraft starting to sink downward? They'll push the engine thrust to maximum. It's the only technical option. The thin air has to be forced to move faster along the wing surfaces. But that's exactly where the main problem lies. To avoid falling in such thin air, the aircraft must maintain extremely high speed. Only a fast airflow can generate the force that pushes the plane upward. If the speed drops even slightly, the aircraft will simply lose control. Did you know that slowing down by just 5 to 7 kilometers per hour can turn an airplane into an uncontrollable mass of metal? The wing simply stops creating the required pressure difference. The aircraft begins to sink through the atmosphere. Is there even a safe upper speed limit for a passenger airliner? It turns out that at this altitude, the risks quickly double. You can't fly slower because of the thin air, but you're physically not allowed to fly faster. This contradiction creates a dangerous zone. Engineers call it the most critical part of the route. Pilots undergo hundreds of hours of simulator training. But even with perfect preparation, a pilot must account for one strange speed paradox. Why, at high altitude, do maximum speed and stall speed become the same number? Professionals call this phenomenon the Coffin Corner. It's a real nightmare for engineers and pilots. You'll be shocked when you see on the cockpit displays that the safe speed margin has narrowed to just 10 kilometers per hour. It's like trying to drive a race car along a tightrope over an abyss. Any deviation, and it ends badly. An autopilot error of just 5 kilometers per hour can lead to an aerodynamic failure. The situation is made worse by the extreme cold outside.